Check 1, 2. Is this thing on? Who needs a selfie stick when I got this thing? Can I even see this thing? Am I gonna have to edit this? This is gonna be the first video I edit. Can you even hear me over the rustling dog and people? How's that camera frame look?
Good.
It looks great. I have no idea.
You're a little far away.
This thing's adjustable.
Oh, there you go.
Was that too close?
That's good.
All right.
All right. So we'll go over here so we don't.
It's too late. I have companions. So I'm walking in the woods, as if you didn't know. I'm a bonehead. Maybe I'll actually have a schedule down. I'm thinking Thursdays. I'm thinking Tuesdays, Thursdays, probably pretty good. That's besides the point. Hi, I'm Jason, and welcome to this week's Furry Birdy Yoga Odyssey, where I do a video log of my inner reflections of my yoga journey. So I wanted to mention something. So I took all of the really high intensity stuff out of my practice a while ago. I spent maybe 6 weeks just doing intro to yoga and sun salutations. And my rationale was I was finding too many nuances in those positions that needed to be refined. And I made a huge amount of progress. Most importantly, my back doesn't hurt anymore. The injury that I thought I had sustained when I was hiking in the mountains, it's gone. I don't have that injury. It's great. It turned out that it was an injury that I was aggravating in yoga. And what's funny, as I pursued that for a good year, over a year, August to this month, I saw a chiropractor, I saw a physical therapist, massage therapists, my doctor. He recommended orthopedic surgeon. And every single one of the people that I talked to, there was a common thread amongst all of them. And that was that doing yoga was healthy. Keep doing that. It's got to be something else. There's a powerful assumption there. A powerful assumption that was keeping me in pain. And that assumption was that yoga is healthy for me. Nothing without some context is absolute. Yoga is not healthy for you if you do it wrong. Eating greens is not healthy for you if that's all you eat is freaking lettuce. Too much of a good thing is too much. And that's, you know, it's really important to look at things. What's funny is this was not going to be the point of this video. This became the point of the video. But it wasn't originally the point of the video. So I'm going to take a minute to go and try to talk about what the point of the video was originally. When I took everything out of my practice, I stopped going to more strenuous classes, like Power 2-3 classes. And 2 weeks ago, I went back to my first 2-3 class. And I noticed this gentleman in front of me doing all of the things that I used to do wrong. And I heard the teacher trying to instruct him to fix them, and he wasn't fixing anything. I think there's an assumption when you're in there doing your yoga, you're like, I'm gonna get in there and get all the juice out of it. Oh yeah. And then when somebody corrects you, you're like, they can't possibly be correcting. Mwah, my warrior 2 is the best warrior 2 of all. I don't know why there's an evil laugh in there. Assumptions are wicked powerful, and they'll screw you up. I hope the lighting is okay. It's getting dark. I gotta get out of here before the park closes me in. First of all, assumptions are really powerful, and they're not always easy to find. So you just can't always just challenge them. Question them, explore them, break them open like an egg and make an omelet. Make something better out of them. Second of all, and this was actually, here's the actual point of this video. What are we, 5 minutes in? We're getting to the actual point of my thought. And that is that if you're in a situation where somebody, how do I say this that it makes any kind of sense at all? If you were to take a look at somebody's Warrior 2, Crescent, Warrior 1, low lunge, whatever, and you were to correct it so that it was a little bit healthier for them and less strenuous, they might say something like, well, I do it that way so I can get a lot out of it. Okay, what you're saying is that your functionality, right, is such that you need to do this pose. There's just something amazing about staircases in the middle of the woods. I love it so much. What you're saying is you have to do this pose in a very stressful way to try to get any benefit out of it. That's what you're trying to say. Let's think of this in a different way. If you're trying to do a bench press and you don't have enough weights available to you, the next thing you do is not to do bench press exercises the wrong way, right? You always try to have good form to prevent injury. And if you're not getting enough out of the weight you have, well, you're going to have to do more reps, right? But for some reason, especially in calisthenics, people feel like they're not getting enough out of the exercise, and somehow they naturally do it wrong as the next step. Don't do that. Do it in a way that won't cause your body damage, DiMaggio, and you'll be able to exercise well into your advanced years. Do you know what I'm trying to say here? Do the rep right. Do more of them if you need to get more out of it. You know, if you want more out of it, then do more of them correctly. Don't do them wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. Still doesn't sound eloquent. It sounded much more smooth in my head. And then you've got that other point, the whole assumptions thing with the, you know, assumptions are powerful, especially when you don't know they're in there. It didn't occur to me, how could yoga be bad for me? Well, it's a trick question, you see. Yoga's not bad for me. What? Check out the river. Yoga's not bad for me. Doing it wrong is bad for me. It's just like eating greens isn't bad for you unless that's all you eat. You could almost say that guy was doing, it was too much of a good thing, right? Warrior 1 is good, so let's do, no, that wasn't right. Strike that from the record. I haven't been to this park in a long time. I must try to come here more often. It was a quaint park, and then they turned it into the Zoning Board of Appeals, and it's not as quaint. But anyway, I digress. That has no meaning to you, dear listener. It's getting dark. They're gonna close the gates, then I'll be trapped in here with the others. And I don't have any wooden stakes with me. Take a look at your assumptions. You might find more than you bargained for. You might think you're doing something good and it's not good. Suffice it to say that my yoga is now vastly improved. It is good for me to do it the way I'm doing it. And I don't have to go get back surgery. So that's what I got from this week's thoughtful insight. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Still recording. Wait. I don't know how to stop this thing. It's gone out of control.